favorite girl, favorite Brit. Happy Sunday. I hope you all are enjoying your Sunday. Hope you all doing good today. And I want to do a video on spotting an abusive man. So I'm going to give a few disclaimers before I get started, okay? So my first disclaimer is I've never been a victim of DV, but I'm speaking for victims or speaking for women who haven't, who is in the situation and they don't, they don't realize it, or they, they in the cycle, the toxic cycle of abuse. So I'm going to speak out in that sense to give some awareness, okay? Now, I do understand when you in that situation, you can't just leave because your life is in danger when it's a bad situation. And also this why it's important to have your own money and to have your stuff together so that you're able to stand on your own 2 feet and get out of there as soon as possible. And I'm just gonna speak about it. So I'm gonna give some signs, I'm a woman, I have friends, I have family, I got eyes and ears. So it's not hard to tell. I've encountered abusive men before, but they don't never like me because I talk too much, and I'm not a docile type of shy, reserved girl. You're not gonna talk to me any kind of way. You're not gonna dog me. You're not gonna roast me and think I ain't gonna roast you back. Like, so that right there to me. That right there nips emotional abuse in the bud fast before it can even start to the other cycles of abuse. So, all right. Now, the first sign is these type of guys, first of all, these type of guys are broken, and they super broke. Like, they broken. Some guys who got money though, and they're abusive too. So, and those type of guys, they will buy you. They'll buy your affection, buy your love, buy you a car, buy you a house. Some guys, like some successful ones, can do it too. And so they start off like real charming, real sweet. This why you gotta have discernment on you, and you gotta pay attention, and you gotta really be tapped in. Hello, how y'all doing? You gotta really be tapped in with what's going on, and you have to also be aware. So, and you need to be healed in a way. You have to be healed if you come from dysfunction and a toxic DV background, your parents, your grandparents, or whatever. You need to understand, if you ain't healed, 10 times out of 10, you gonna attract that same kind of man, just like your pappy, your grandpappy, your uncle, whoever was in a household and you seen doing those type of DV things, right? So it starts off with when a guy is easily triggered. He get mad. He pissed off about something so simple. You don't want to rock the boat. You don't want to say nothing to. It could be something simple as y'all in a restaurant and they forgot ketchup on his burger. He flipping a whole table over because he ain't got ketchup. And then you over here like, please just get him the ketchup. Like, you giving this walk on eggshells, frantic, panicky type of thing. I never went through it, y'all, but I've been a good friend. I've been a good listening ear, so I know the stories and I know the situation. So it's gonna sound like I've been through it, but I've seen it with my own eyes. So it's like a panicky thing to always feed him and give him everything he wants, because you don't want him to flip out. Now, in the beginning, you're not gonna see that. In the beginning, you're gonna see a sweetheart. You're gonna see him being loving, caring, supportive, flowers, making love, dates every weekend, planning this, planning that, paying the bills, or doing all this stuff, right? You're not gonna see that right away, because he gotta find a way to get you to let your guard down so that you fully trust him. So trust is in it too. So they work on gaining your trust. Now, you like, damn, this guy is like everything, and every DV survivor always say the same thing in their situations. They always say, and I'm passionate, y'all, because this is close. They always say that the guys always came off first as these sweetheart, beautiful gentlemen. They singing Sweet Lady, they singing Tyrese to you in the living room, you ballroom dancing with them, you just in this fantasy la la land. And then one day, the flip switch. So we go from like the sweetheart. So it's the cycle of abuse is 4 different stages to it. Look it up, y'all. It's 4 stages to cycle of abuse. And so it start off slow though, because it'll start off like you say one little thing and it piss them off, and next thing you know, it can go from him being mad to talking. It start off with him talking to you crazy. He don't just backhand you right away. Well, some guys are brave like that, but from what women have told me, it started off gradually with the verbal abuse first. So he'll call you a B word, call you what your name, call you stupid, you dumb, you can't find the shoe, damn, it's right there, what the fuck, do I gotta get up and get it myself? Like, it'll start off in that way. And if you a docile, quiet, scary woman, or your mama was scary too, because that's another thing, girls be scary because their mamas be scary, and their mamas or grandmas went through it too, so they trained to just be quiet and just go find the shoe and shut up. And so it starts with that. So you go find a shoe. He called you stupid, dumb, fat. You can't see where your eyes at. Da da da. You know what I'm saying? It start off in that way. So you like, let me just get the shoe and shut him up. That's the mindset you starting, right? So you creating the way to cater to him, to give him everything he wants, to train you to walk on eggshells. Nah. Easily quick triggered, a hot temper, the first one. The second one is how he treats women, how he talks about women. Hey, hello, hi everybody. I'm on the roll, y'all. I'm not reading comments because I know this deep, okay? So second is how he treats women, how he talks about women, and how he and I forgot to write this, his relationship with his mother. So that's another reason a lot of times guys will get abusers and DV and like start hitting women and just wild because they don't respect their mother. They don't respect women because whatever way he grew up or whatever, you know, he could have had a toxic mother too. That's always a choice. Or he could have just been through a lot in his own upbringing. So he just resent his mom for whatever, or he just resent women in general, or he was taught to be like that. And so listen to how he talk about women and treat women. If he talk about women and treat women bad, don't think you is some exception. You not. Your time is coming soon, okay? It's not a joke. It's not a game. When you catch it, you get out of there. Don't even make him an option to even date anymore. I don't care. And then, I forgot to add this, pipe. So if he got good pipe, that's how they get you too. That's part of the charming, love bombing phase in the beginning. On top of him spoiling you, treating you good, all that, piping you good, romantic, all of that. So the next one is like if everybody around him don't deal with him, like if his friends, his family, his cousins, sisters, brothers, everybody like cut him off, it's a high chance you need to look deep and figure out what it is on why no family fool with this person. Now, you need to pay attention to all the red flags and take your time. These type of guys rush too. They rush relationships. They rush within 2 weeks. You moving in and you doing this. You doing way too much too soon. They rush stuff fast so that they can hurry up and take the mask off. Okay. So remember that too. Any man that's healthy minded, that's worked on himself too, probably gonna want to take his time too. So like rushing, that's a big one too. Rushing. If he rushing you, slow down. Don't let nobody rush you, because that's how you miss red flags. When you hop in that bed soon and when you rushed. Okay, so the next one is so I said if his family or friends and stuff don't F with him. It's the flip side to that too. So if his family and friends do F with him and he abusive, he come from an enabling family, and that's toxic too. So he can be an abuser of his family and friends, sisters, especially the women. The women, a lot of times, they still be enabling. They make excuses for him. They go bail him out of jail. They know he done beat up the last 3 girlfriends, the baby mama and the ex-wife. And they sit there and tell you, oh, my brother is a good man. They know his track record. So you got to be mindful of that too, because sometimes abusers do have support system behind them. I asked the abusive, ooh, I asked the abusive man's mother, did she know that her son was abusing and hurting women? And you know what she told me? She said she had no clue. She looked at me shocked because I'm the voice. I be speaking if I ask questions. I want to know. I like to get to the bottom of stuff. I don't sugarcoat. I want to know. I'm gonna ask you directly, straight. So I asked the woman, and she straight up said no. She was shocked. That was even like a thought. She had no clue. So I'm guessing sometimes the abusers can put on different roles and facades around the family and play the charming, perfect man or perfect husband around his people. And sometimes his people might not know for real, and then sometimes he come from mammy enabler people. Yeah, you better really stay away from them because they gonna leave you on the side of the road. So the next one, if he's a victim and he's always never accountable, everything's always the woman's fault, the baby mama's fault. It's never, oh, I overreacted. You know it wasn't that serious. Okay, the shoe was just in the other room. It's not that deep. It's always just, I shouldn't, baby. I'm so sorry. I shouldn't have overreacted like that. That's a healthy man. But if he just always, well, you should have found the shoe. Well, it was under the bed. Is you dumb? You ain't see the shoe right there. So if he's never accountable and he always a victim on everything, it's a sign something ain't right. He's abusive, honey. Cause and when it come down to it, when something go left, he gonna pull a victim card and blame you for everything. Okay. The next one, they will try to isolate you and put you off to by yourself. Now this one is serious. So they try to isolate you, keep you by yourself. So if you a loner, you gotta be careful with this because you already a loner girl. So you gotta really have your guard up because they can prey on that because they know you a loner type of person. They know you don't really like to be bothered with people. So they'll keep you ducked off, tucked away, put far away from family, friends. So if something do happen, who you gonna run to and escape to? You in the middle of nowhere, you in the woods, you up north somewhere, in the middle of nowhere, and you gonna have nobody to turn to. And then they turn you against your friends and family. So that's another way you won't have nobody to turn to. Oh, let me tell y'all something. Abusive men don't like me because I'm the family member and the friend member and the homegirl member that's gonna tell you that that's a sign of abuse. And I'm gonna start sending her links. Y'all know how they say Mr. Steal Your Girl. I am Mrs. Steal Your Girl because if your girl get around me, I'm gonna tell her and bring some awareness. Now she listen, that's on her now. But I'm telling y'all, this is my passion. I know, trust me. I ain't gonna tell nobody business on here, but I know, trust me. I know. So this is why it's important to have your own bread. Always have a savings. Always know how to survive on your own. Because if you don't know how to survive on your own, you got to lean to him for everything. And that's another thing that abusive men don't like about independent women or career women or women who got a mind of their own. They know you know how to get the hell on. They like to prey and target weak women purposely because they know you weak. They know you can't breathe, survive, live without them. They know you still yearning for that step one. That step one of that charming, that love bombing, that love making y'all made in the beginning, that dancing to them slow jams in the beginning when it was all a game to him in the beginning. So remember that. They know that. So they prey on you for that reason. Next, don't let nobody turn you against your friends and family, especially no man, y'all. Come on now, because then you will eventually, I'm going to have to do a separate video on how women in domestic violence relationships, they become so soiled and ruined like they man. They become just as toxic as the man. Nah, I might get canceled for that video. But nah, that's, I might get canceled for that video. But sometimes y'all become just as toxic as that toxic man you laying with. Because look at all that nasty energy you soaking up. That's another story. You said, wow, I didn't even know these. Oh, you still here? Hey, yeah. It's real, baby. Trust me, it's real. These men be doing some stuff to women. And okay, the next one is want you to rely on him for everything. I kind of mentioned that already. Don't want you to work. Don't want you to pursue no type of goals or no success or nothing. Just want you to just 100% rely on him so that he can have full power and full control over everything. I'm not talking about a healthy-minded man. I'm talking about an abusive man, y'all. So it's two different things. And anytime you got any happiness, he try to down it or talk bad about it. That's not normal. That's not right. A man that's a good one will want you to see you happy and want you to be happy. If you like to plant flowers all day, if you like to knit or crochet, he shouldn't be down talking on you crocheting and knitting your scarves and making lilies in the backyard all day. If that's what makes you happy, it shouldn't be a problem with that. You shouldn't have to hide what you genuinely like as a grown woman at that. And so the next one is compare you to other women, or talk about you in a bad way about like, oh, your boobs ain't big as Hannah. Oh, Sharon booty bigger than yours. Oh, you could lose a little bit, 20 more pounds, because you need to be thin like Tabitha over here. Like, that's emotional abuse. I had a man tell me before my body is funny shaped, and I checked him. I'm funny shaped, and you know what I'm saying? I'm funny shaped, but you over here want to talk to me? Don't make sense. So when you talk back and got a big mouth like that, they automatically know they can't even try you and play you like that. So this is why I think me and my sister always say this, my little sister, we always say this. I think our mouths have protected us from abusive men because never been in a relationship like that. Now my mouth might have been wicked. My mouth could get crazy, but that's if you start with me. So just don't start with me, we good. Start off healthy and respectful, and I'll be healthy and respectful back. That's all I'm saying. You the man, you the leader, I'm on what you on. So compare you to other women. So now that you feeling self-conscious about yourself, you feeling insecure, you feeling low, you feeling down, you feeling bad because it's emotional abuse. And that's not good. That's not a good sign. If you like Tabitha booty so bad, go be with Tabitha. Okay? Everything you do is never enough for him. So this type, that's type of kind of like teaching, like I said in the beginning, him grooming and teaching you how to please him and like walk on eggshells to don't say nothing back. Don't ask, even if it's just a regular question. Don't ask no questions. Don't say nothing. Just let him my way or the highway. If everything you do is not enough, toxic, abusive, toxic. And then number 10, points out flaws and you gotta walk on eggshells. So like I said earlier, same thing. If you gotta walk on eggshells in any relationship, friendship, or anything, that's not good for you. That's not healthy. You should be able to be yourself. You should be able to be free, speak your mind, and speak it respectfully without having to dim your light and dim yourself down. And this type of stuff, this abuse come from this. I'm gonna tell y'all. Neglect. If you was neglected, so you yearning for that love, you ain't get through your partner. Neglect. What you seen growing up, you see your daddy mollywhopping your mother or your grandfather mollywhopping your grandmother. Now those are different generation type of abuse though, because a lot of, I'm not excusing it, but a lot of the men came from the war and just came back cutting up, okay? Cutting up on great grandma and them. And great grandma and them ain't had no rights to work. That's a different story, but I'm talking about today, in today's world, unacceptable. Low self-esteem, you was not taught no self-esteem. So you don't know, you wasn't taught self-worth. You wasn't taught confidence to speak up for yourself. So you don't know, this ain't normal. Number 5, dysfunction is normal in your household. So you've seen that all the time, and mama or daddy or auntie just act like it's nothing, or, oh, it's okay, it's cool. And then these men be serial cheaters. They do whatever they want to do, and because they know you're not going to go nowhere. And guess why? Because it's a cycle of abuse. So it steps to it, okay? And give me 1 second, y'all. I'm about to pull up the cycle of abuse. Okay, so the cycle of abuse is, oh, hold on. Tension building, reconciliation, tension building, incident, reconciliation, and calm. So those are the cycles of abuse. And look it up. And if you are going through that, You gotta make a decision in your head, because I have watched a video or read something, and it said like survivors take 7 times to leave. Like they always say they're gonna leave. They try to leave, but they always go back, right? They always go back because of the cycle of abuse. And because that feels normal. Toxic dysfunction feels normal. And a lot of times they don't know how to survive and live on their own. Or they believe the word salad that the man gonna change. If a man putting his hands on you, beating you, pulling out guns on you, choking you, throwing stuff at you, collaring you up, pulling you, dragging you, grabbing you by your hair, do not sit there and say, "Oh, that was just him. He was just having a bad day. Oh, he just was stressed at work." Because women make excuses for these men. That's not okay. That man is short tempered. He's sick and he's dangerous. And one day you ain't gonna be alive to tell your story. Do you want to leave your kids or your family with you missing and 6 feet under because you making excuses for a man that's mollywopping you? That's not okay. So you need to find a way to get up out of there. You need to find, and don't ever tell no DV man, abusive man, that you're leaving him. You need to make your plan silently. Get up out of there silently. Get a part-time job, stack your coin, get a hotel. Make sure he ain't got no GPS tracker or stuff on you, because these men get wicked. It gets dangerous, y'all. Trust me. It gets very dangerous. Your life is in danger when you're trying to leave. So you need to get some support. And do what you have to do to get yourself safe and your kids safe out that bad situation, because men like that don't change. They're never going to change. They're going to find their next victim, and they're going to do the same thing to the next person, okay? And that's it, y'all. So it don't matter what you say or do and how much you shut yourself up and be quiet and do what he say, he's still going to be that way. It's not okay. Nobody should be raising their hand at you, cussing at you, calling you out your name, throwing stuff at you, putting out guns, knives, or whatever at you to put your life in danger. You should be safe. You should not. And as a woman, that messes up your nervous system. That messes up everything. So it's just like, you don't deserve to be in that. So, I got a quick story time. I experienced this man. He just raised his hand at me. Do y'all know what I did? I embarrassed him. I got real loud. I said, "Don't you ever raise your hand at me again." You think he ever did it again? Raising your hand like this, acting like you want to slap me, or if, and another one. If a man joking about, I just had to check somebody about this like 2 weeks ago around Halloween. If a man joking about Ike Turner, Tina Turner, if he joking about some women need to be their hands put on, because I had overheard a man talking to another man like that. Now, I did not jump in that conversation because they weren't talking to me. So I did overhear that before. Some women need their hands put on. Like, excuse me? But this other man, like around Halloween, was joking about being Ike Turner. And I said, "Well, you ain't going to be Ike with me, because I put niggas in jail." And I looked him right in his face and told him that. So be weary and listen to. And when men around him egging that stuff on, he's a coward too. A lot of these men be cowards too. Now, I ain't gonna know. They be cowards because they don't stand up for women. They excuse the toxic behavior. They know other men be monsters and monstrous and treacherous as hell. But do they say anything to fight for their women? No. But that's why you as a woman, you got to be on game. You have to be smart. You have to have self-esteem. You got to heal from your childhood if you had that type of childhood. You got to learn the signs, and you got to peep game, pay attention, have your own stuff together, have a voice to speak up for yourself, and check him back respectfully or disrespectfully. If he disrespected you, I mean, hey. But you got to be careful, because a man's strength is strong by itself. So just a man, you can die, okay? So don't get too full of yourself and beside yourself and trying to check and jump up on men when these men is 3 times stronger than you. Don't do that. I don't care how many fights you have, how superwoman you think you is. Do not be trying to challenge and jump up in no man's face. You got to learn how to play the game and play it safely and smartly, okay? Get your strap on you. Create a paper trail. Do not tell him for the 3rd time. Do not tell him you leaving and you got to just disappear one day. Get in your car, pack it up, pull off, go to another state, another city, change your name, whatever you gotta do, baby, whatever you gotta do. I had a man grab me one time when I was done. He was 6'4". Yeah, oh, you short like me, girl. I never spoke to him again. I was in my 20s. I never wanted to be sister from Original Sparkle movie. Grabbing you is one thing. Like, that's why I be saying, like, my mama taught us this stuff too. She taught us, like, if a man calling you out your name, just off one time you call me a bitch, you're done. You're done. Only time you can call me out my name, never mind, this is a serious video, is if you doing something. Anyway. If you're doing something fun, a fun thing that grown-ups do. But no, for real, on a serious note, don't let nobody be pulling on you, dragging on you, for real. And another thing, when you sit there and brag on a man, so Bella, so you see how you just said a man grabbed you one time and you was done. So I had her family member tell me this guy did that to her, and she said when she was younger, she was like 18 back then. She said she told another family member what he did. Girl, Larry for instance, girl, Larry grabbed me by my arm. Girl, Larry grabbed me like this. Girl, he pulled my hair. Now, the family member was like, bitch, that shit ain't cute. My people told me, the family member was like, that shit ain't cute. And guess what happened years down the line? That grabbing your hair and grabbing your arm and choking you up turned to you running for your fucking life. So that's why I'm saying that shit is not funny. It's not cute. It's not giggity. Girl, guess what he did today? Girl, he possessive. Girl, he a stalker. Girl, he a creep. That shit is not funny, because when he out there outside your bushes, busting through your door, busting through your window, that shit is not gonna be funny. You done got PPO on this man. You done got all type of paperwork on him, and he's still crazy. It's not funny, okay? So it's not a joke. It's not a joke, okay? So when you see them signs, you need to go. You need to run. Get out. I'm sorry. Whew. I'm sweating, y'all. I got so passionate. Jesus. Another thing. This could cost you your life. Do y'all know that the Love is Blind song that Eve made, that was based on a true story from her best friend? I remember one time I was listening to it, and because she kept going back to a man that was mollywopping her, and eventually his mollywopping was successful, and she was 6 feet under. So I was reading the comments. I like to read comments on videos and stuff. So I'm listening to the song, reading the comments. Do y'all know I was crying when I started done with the song? Because I was reading, flicking through. It's so many comments. If y'all go look at the song right now, listen to it and read the comments. It's so many comments on women saying how their best friend died, their cousin died, their mother died, their sister died, their auntie died under the hands of men DVing on them. So it's not a joke. It's not funny, man. And when somebody's trying to really save you and really help you, don't waste people's time. I know you know in your heart you really want to get out of there, but you're going to keep going back. Don't waste people's time and get them riled up, turned up. You keep going to their house to stay. You keep getting all these hotels. You keep doing this and that. Don't do that if you're not ready to fully leave, because eventually you're going to have nobody in your corner, because you always go back. So remember that. You're going to burn your bridges. You will burn your bridges. If you keep on interfering other people and your shenanigans and you don't leave for good, you are going to burn your bridges. Trust me. The people love you and care for you and pray that it happen to you, but you will burn your bridges with them eventually. You can't keep burdening someone that's caring for you and your safety on that type of level. That's serious. That's not a petty fight over something stupid. That's your life we're talking about. So remember, that's your life, y'all. Ooh, it's so hot in here. I done got so hot and turned up. Jesus, I'm sorry, y'all. I'm so sorry. But it's a serious topic. I need to talk about it because nobody should be blacking your eye, punching your nose, busting your lip open, scratching you, cutting you, dragging you, calling you out your name, doing none of that. Nobody should be doing none of that to you, okay? And if you grew up in that, part two on your upbringing, if you grew up in that, you need serious therapy. You need serious help because you are going to attract those type of men. You are going to trauma bond with those type of men that remind you of your father. If you grew up with that, if Pappy didn't got out, Mama had enough sense to put dude out before you could see that, it's gonna be different for you probably. But if you grew up in that, you probably gonna be attracted to that type of stuff like your dad, uncle, granddad, whoever. And get in therapy. I am a therapy queen. Y'all know I'm gonna shout therapy to the mountains, to the rooftops. I'm gonna always tell y'all go to therapy. And a flip side too, if you don't become a victim of DV, you will be the abuser, even the woman. Yes, this guy I met on my vacation one time in Vegas. I will never forget. He was telling me all the stuff his girlfriend was doing. This woman was crazy, y'all. She was abusive. So women can be abusive too. Y'all remember Amber off of Teen Mom? She was like an Amber, the white girl that used to be cussing her boyfriend out, throwing him down the stairs and pushing him and talking to that man crazy. Probably because she grew up. Now this is the flip side I've seen too with people I know. The girls that don't become victims of DV, they become the aggressor. So those are the hothead little mamas that challenge grown men, jumping me in face, resent me and hate me and cuss me and out, dog me and out, because they hate that they seen their fathers doing so much to their mothers. They didn't develop the scary girl, be quiet mindset. They developed the check him, challenge him, turn up on him mindset. Because now they got a little resentment towards men because of what Pappy did to mommy. So that's the thing too. This girl told me she used to bully boys and pick on boys in school because she hated her daddy. Yes, this girl told me this. So that's the thing too. So sometimes you don't become the victim. You become the aggressor and you become the abuser. And those boys on the flip side, those boys probably have mamas that talk to them crazy, disrespect them, and violate them. So it can go both ways. So I did want to make light on that because women, we ain't off the hook either, y'all know. But we do get murked more because men are stronger than us, of course. But that's the thing as well. So you got to heal your toxic ways too. Talking to a man crazy, challenging a man crazy because of what you see your daddy do. That's not healthy and that's not normal. Because if somebody snap on you, you gonna be crying, talk about he did this to me, that to me. But you challenging him, jumping in his face, starting with him, throwing stuff at him, and being disrespectful. Now, as a man, you need to know how to control your emotions and walk away from situations. You need to learn how to check women in a respectful way and not be scary. So, I think that's it for the video. And if you are in a situation, you need to learn how to get a backbone and learn how to, it's too late to stand up for yourself. If you have been in it for this long, he gonna probably look at you crazy, but you just gonna have to disappear, get up out of there and get serious help because you're gonna need it, okay? So I think that's it for the video, you guys. Happy Sunday. I'm going to work on doing my hair and running some errands, okay? Thank y'all for watching. And this is a serious video. I try not to be jokey in this one because it's near and dear to my heart. And I heard and seen too much, okay? So, and men don't never like me because I'm not going for that. They know I'm the one that's going to tell them the real. I'm going to get them the signs. I done had they men tell me I'm miserable and stay away from me. I'm a happy. And it's funny because they know I'm a prevention type of girl and they know I ain't going for it. And if she get around me, I'm going to sprinkle some self-love up in there and some self-esteem up in there. So, all right. So heal your brokenness, girl, so that you repel these men. Get them out on you so you can repel these men. Get your own independence so you can repel these men. You can be isolated, but you got to know game. Don't let them prey on you because you isolated. You a loner. You don't like to be around people because they'll try to prey on you and use it against you. Okay? All right. Love you guys. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. See you in the next one. Bye.